my things down. But just I want to say good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Janice Ferebee. In case you didn't recognize me, I'm excited to be here this weekend for our 40th reunion, catching up with old friends and classmates. I'm equally saddened but honored to be here this morning to dedicate this tree and the plaque to the fallen dragons from the class of 1973 and a couple from 72 and 74 that we're going to read. I wasn't sure what I wanted to say, but when I was writing down some thoughts, I was overcome, especially on the train when I was coming up, I was overwhelmed with a deep sense of gratitude that I was able to get to know all the folks that we're going to read this morning. But I was even more grateful when I remember that exactly 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. So I could have been one of the names that were being read today. So it's just wonderful to be here. And I know that there's some of us here who have been through some things, but we're here today, and it just wasn't our time. But I remember all of the names you will hear this morning and know a few of them better than others, like Jimmy Francis and my girl, Joyce Ingram, fellow flautist, who was part of the crew. It was Janice, Joyce, Jackie, and Denise, Janice Ferebee, Janice Patterson, Joyce Ingram, Jackie Gales, and Denise Simpson. And I am pleased to say that we have Joyce's mom here today. Would you like to say anything? We just are so happy that you were here.
No, thank you for inviting me, informing me about this ceremony, and I appreciate it. I'm glad that you remember my daughter, Joyce.
Oh, thank you. And I don't know what most of them went on to do with their lives, but I do know that each of them must have made some positive contributions to this world while they were here. I hope I speak for our class and say we have all been glad to know them, whether they were good friends or someone we just knew in passing. They touched our lives in some way, and we will always remember them. So in honor of the lives of our Westbury High School class of 73 fallen dragons, and on behalf of the entire class of 1973, we dedicate this tree and plaque in loving memory of the names that will be read and those of us who will be joining them at our appointed time. And if you can read me.
James Francis, James Graham, Pete Gladney, Joyce Ingram, Fitzroy Smith, Charles Johnson, Frank Clavetta, Barbara Naust, Emmett Malone,
I can't do it.
Ralph Pitts, Glenn Person, Little John Jones, Dennis Russell, Woodward Miles, Alvin Butch Scott, Linda Spasta, Mark Gerwitz, Ed LaFrappe, Patsy Catapano, Robert Trevino, Paul Prokop, Terry Sally, Ray Calgren, Nikki Vergata. Teachers and admin,
The teachers, administrators, and staff, Robert Wilkins, Richard Lunsford, John Fogarty, Philip Gully, Marlene Francis, Dennis Castellano, Martin Bunky Reed, who was also a Westbury High School grad, Bondine Westring, Juanita Winters, Tony Marino from the New School, Bob Watson, Guidance, John Flood, John Mecca, Mr. Napper, Miss Corbell, Dr. Gale, Dr. Doris Weber Feminella, Stanley Rosenberg, Shop, Barbara Lundeman, Librarian, Jerry Malone, O'Mallon from Shop, Connie Mezzaro, Librarian, Mildred Waldron, Special Education, Andrea Hill, want to read a poem that I read to the girls that I work with, and it's called The Dash. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on her tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of her birth and spoke the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that she spent alive on earth, and now only those who loved her know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real and always try to understand the ways that other people feel, and be less quick to anger and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash? And there's some...
Amen, girl.
So I want you all to remember that as you continue to live your lives with purpose. And this was just given to me. Rose Fidella, Billy Dosh's mother-in-law, just took a turn for the worse, and she may not make it through the evening. So he will not be here with us tonight, but just keep her in prayer and keep his family in prayer. And I'm going to turn it back over to Ernie. Thank you so much. Ernie,
Thank you.
Good job, Janice.
That's the end of our ceremony.
we'd like to take a group
Everyone,
picture.
and one day this tree will represent each of us as well.
100 years from now, you mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah?
It says.
Group picture?
Group
Be
picture.
shady, that
Westbury.
Toss to
Yes.
the back?